Coming up, hi, I'm Ron Savage. Have a great show. We did a little traveling today, Pat, but I'm going to let him tell you about that.
So call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
The WCBM studios are sponsored by Safe Retirement Solutions. Call Rod Baroy today at 410-260-1120 or on the web at saferetirementsolutions.com.
The views and opinions you hear on Talk Radio 680, WCBM, and WCBM.com are not necessarily those of the owners, management, employers, and advertisers of WCBM. But they should be.
The Pat McDonough Show is brought to you by Super Citizen Radio.
We got one guest, he's in with Pat. Good guy, real good guy. That's a surprise, too.
Baltimore is listening to Talk Radio 680 WCBM. It's time now for Super Citizen Radio. Here's your hosts, Pat and Valerie McDonough.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the program. Very excited tonight. A lot of information, some stuff you really need to know about what is going to happen to the future of your country and what you can do about it. Having been on radio for 25 years, the question, people say to me, well, Pat, on Talk Radio, what is the question you think that you get more than any other question? And I said, very easy. Number one, far number one. No question is even close to being second. It's always, what can I do? What can I do about it? Whenever there's a crisis, and of course nowadays there's a crisis 24/7.
Yes.
People will say, well, what can I do? What can I do? So tonight, we're going to tell you exactly in detail what you can do, and I'm going to tell you this. You don't have much of a choice, because if you do not do it, if you do not execute, if you do not take action,
you're going to die.
If you do not do something smart, which we have outlined for you, this country is gone. It's gone. And let me tell you something. It's going to be tough to get it back. By the way, it's halfway gone now, in case you didn't know it.
WCBM haven't done a show about Savage. Big news concept.
So we'll be talking about
Mark.
that. We're also going to be talking about today, our producer, Ron Savage, and I attended a great event with the Women's Republican Club out in Hunt Valley with the guest speaker, with the guest speaker, Star Parker. We'll talk a little bit about that, and we have a special guest sitting in with us during that segment, Mr. Freed. And if we lose this election, and if we lose what I'm telling you to do,
Mark, stand by.
he's going to be Mr. In Chains. We'll go from Mr. Freed to Mr. In Chains. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. Also, we have some education activists who are going to talk to us about what is happening in Baltimore County. Baltimore County is a broken system. It is being more and more managed and controlled by Black Lives Matter.
Yes, it is.
There's violence. There's brutality in the system. Nobody knows about it.
Too.
It's being hidden. There's no disclosure, no transparency. Children are being injured. Teachers are being injured. Yep. It is out of control. And when our activists call in, Mary Taylor will call in about 8:45, and Trish Stone will call in the second hour. They both are activists. They both are super citizens. These are typical super citizens, and they will be talking with us about their organizations and also about what they plan to do. They both have events coming up, and if you're interested in the education system in Baltimore County, you need to know about these events.
Yes.
And also I think Trish is involved more with also around the state. But I ask you a simple question. I want you to think about this. If you live in Baltimore County, or if you live anywhere, in any county, what happens if your education system is destroyed? Are you going to continue to live in that county if you're a parent? Does that mean the county is now destroyed? I mean, look at Baltimore City. Why do people leave Baltimore City? Because if they have young children, who wants to go there? I mean, that's the biggest child abuse system in the state, is the Baltimore City education system. So anyway, we are in danger. I'm going to tell you now. We are in danger of losing the Baltimore County education system to Black Lives Matter And I will explain that to you later on when our callers call in. Also, I spoke this week, Wednesday, on the Eastern Shore to, I think it was called the Mid-Shore Women's Republic. Yes, we had a nice turnout there.
Okay.
Valerie was with me, and what we spoke about is what we are going to speak about to you tonight. This is the solid core message of Super Citizens. If you really don't know what Super Citizens is all about, you got to listen, because our slogan is very simple. Super Citizens' slogan is Save America. That's it. That's a pretty big job, right? But that's how dangerous things are. Today, when we were at the event for the Women's Club, and also at the one on the Eastern Shore Wednesday, I made a few remarks today, and when I concluded, like I always do, and most conservatives say, they say, God bless America.
That is my mom and dad.
From now on, here's what I'm saying. God bless America, God save America. It's like God save the Queen, God save America. So this is very important stuff. So we're going to be talking about all of this today, this evening. But first I want to start off with the event this morning was by the Women's Republican Club of Baltimore County.
Yes, and I'm a
This is
member.
true.
Not anymore.
This is true.
Okay.
But anyway, the Ellen Sauerbrey was there, and she said that that club is now the third largest club in the state for the women's. They have a federation. They have
Really?
National Federation of
I thought it was
they have a
5
statewide federation
Tell me
also,
what the people
like
do.
in
Has
every
anybody
county.
seen my account?
And she said, I think we have 195
Have you ever
members.
heard that?
But later on, she said
Lord.
it might be higher than third because we
Lord.
haven't counted all
And
the
Pat
other
McDonald
members.
looks good on the video.
Did you say 5'2"?
Huh?
You're 5'2"? You're 5'2" inches?
They're all active.
5'2" and 149 pounds.
Well, anyway, she said.
So, could I sing 5'2", eyes are blue, tell me what the people do, has anybody seen my gal?
And Pat McDonald looks good on the video
Up
with
to her,
Kimberly
and I said,
Crazy.
let me
Excellent.
tell you something, little
Well, I'm going to
lady.
put you on hold so
I
you,
think
because
you
you got
gave
more
out some
than you.
misinformation. And she said,
I'm gonna-
why? What did I do?
I'm going to put you on hold.
You said that
Mark's
Worcester
ahead of me.
County had like 210 members or something like that. She said, yes.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
210 people don't live in Worcester County.
That's
I
great.
think
I was
might be
filming the whole
honest.
thing.
But anyway, this was
Yeah, I
the
was
club
in.
today, and Star Parker,
Yeah,
Star
you'll see,
Parker
I'll
is a
do some
black
zany
woman
things, you'll see me.
who,
Mine too.
just to keep things
But I'm
simple,
gonna-
first of all, she's a brilliant speaker, and she brought a lot of information. She started out on welfare,
Oh, we were in Eastern Maryland then.
and I think she said she was engaged in drugs and prostitution when she was younger.
Well, let me get you on hold, Lori.
And of course, today she's a big
No, you're very
success.
welcome. Hold on.
She's a national figure.
Huh?
She's a big Trump supporter.
See?
She's written a
Oh,
book.
my God.
She was there today about the book, and a wonderful.
They love
speaker,
me.
Very. Well, let's put it this way: she gets.
Oh,
it. She
Bill. Hey,
figures
hey,
it.
Bill. How you doing?
And she has.
Tammy,
some
how you
good
doing?
information
Okay, we're
for
going
you.
down here. Mike
Uh,
Damsel, hey.
Got to meet her afterwards.
Pass you a beer?
We are going.
I got
to
I got some account here. I just want a little
television show with her too. So her message needs to get out there. Star Parker was
I just sent you tonight, baby.
guest speaker.
Carolyn, how are you?
She was great.
Jimmy Cheeks,
Now,
how are you? Hope you're doing
we have
well.
2 people here in the studio.
Richard Nook,
Valerie
hey,
was
baby.
there. She was banned. She was. not
I'm back
allowed
from
to
Facebook
attend.
jail. Very
I don't
cool.
know why. I don't know what you
Piss
did.
off more snowflakes. Excellent, baby.
I know. Well, you were with one of your clients this morning. It was very important. I know. I told Dee Hodges that you couldn't be there. But Ron Parker, no, you're, what is your name?
Ron Savage.
Ron Savage.
My God.
Your producer.
Is that what he is?
Yes, he's your
You know, I come in every week to look out the glass.
I always wonder. You know, I'll tell you the truth. I had a neighbor whose name was Ron Parker when I was young, like for 20 years.
Was he on The Price is Right?
Why? Is that Ron Parker on the
Wasn't it
program?
Ron?
Bob
Oh,
Barker.
no, Bob Barker. I was close. But we do have a friend named Ron Parker.
Oh, our attorney.
Yeah, one of our
Attorney.
So there you go. So
Great Ron Parker.
we're filled with Ron Parkers.
Yes.
So anyway, my producer, Ron Parker,
Oh!
Rod Savage, was there with me today, and he heard the remarks. And Mr. Free, who is in the studio right now,
Yes.
he was there. today, and he heard the remarks.
Yes.
And we'll start, first of all, Mr. Free, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
What you're all about.
Pat, thanks for having me, Val. Great to see you both. Okay, so I was at the women's event, okay, because I do some apparel. I'm a designer, a graphic designer. I have a Triumph design that, everything's pro-Trump. I'm all Trump, 100%. And actually, we have a new song called "March for Trump," and we got to play that at the event. And
right.
I mean, even Ellen Sauer was jumping up and down in her chair.
First time in 25 years.
So it was just a great event, and I go to all the Republican women events, and because it's just a great bunch of women, Dee Hodges, Jolie, all of them.
Sophia Montgomery. I mean, she was on the air. What was it, last week? 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
And Dee is coming on. Dee is the president, I think. She's the president.
She is the president.
She's coming on in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, good people, and we're trying to get this song out to the president. It's called "March for Trump," and maybe one of these days we'll get it on the show here. But so that's basically why I was there.
Okay, now you also have something kind of interesting coming up for you in the near future.
Tell us about it, baby.
As it's looking right now, there is an event in Los Angeles. A week from today, with Bryson Gray and Ricky Rebel.
It's the guest I had
all of you
brought
who
in.
don't know who
So
Bryson
you come in as
Gray
my
is,
guest, you might be
he's
sitting in
the
there
guy
too. So
that wrote the song, and you see him everywhere. Everybody sees him everywhere. You may not know his name. He's a black guy with a 2-foot wide red foam hat that says "Make America Great." He also wears
I just saw him yesterday on TV.
Yeah, and he also wears a bucket cap. Same thing, but. He's gun-toting patriot, MAGA boys. He's all about Trump, and actually, he just a month ago he was on Amazon Music as the #1 sales of music. So there's a hunger out there for right-wing, patriotic, America-loving music. Right? It's a black hip-hop artist #1. Right? Number 14 on Billboard charts. I didn't follow up after that, but he's on the Billboard charts for doing Donald Trump music.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that out there.
Right, there's a hunger. So this coming week, Saturday in Los Angeles, Ricky Rebel, who also, he's a guy who opened for Britney Spears back in the day, like 15 years. He's still a young guy, he's 35. And he's going to be there. It's trying to oust Shift. That's Shifty Shift. That's why that's why the concert is there, to bring people out and, try and get Shift out of there. It was, of course, one of
Well,
Trump's.
that's interesting. I think Frank Marchand, one of our partners, who does political consulting, is the consultant for the guy that's running against Shift.
yeah.
I think you're right. He mentioned that to me, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so that would be great for that guy, that effort itself.
I
Yeah.
bet the majority of that is for him, and I can't remember his name right now.
No, I can't either. But Frank, I know, does a lot of media stuff for him. All right, so that is Mr. Free, and of course we know Ron Parker.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Let me tell everybody about Scott, our little experience. Do you remember where we were in March?
With Pence.
We were with Mike Pence, and Mr. Free was the one that did all the photographs and
Yeah.
video of me.
Yeah, I remember, I saw that.
And I had my Trump Triumph shirt on, and we were wearing it.
It's on your...
And he actually saw Mike Pence have. Did you know in one of those pictures he's got his arm around me?
I do. I saw it. I looked at it when you asked me to send them to you. I looked at all of them.
I was
took like
shocked about
200
that.
pictures.
I mean, I think it's about the 10th time you've been with Mike Pence.
Well, I would-
have
He
no
had his
idea.
arm around her. He had his arm around
Yeah,
her.
he's in Pennsylvania every week, and she gets invited along with those
Yeah.
Trump things. She's on the list.
I'm
whatever.
invited for Monday's invite.
Well, anyway, yeah, I saw those videos, and Mr. Free actually offered a T-shirt today. He had a beautiful Trump T-shirt. I never saw this T-shirt before.
Oh, he has
and he
very
was
unique
going
size.
to offer you a free T-shirt.
Another one.
Oh, I'll
Another
take it.
one.
You,
But we didn't have your size. I don't know how high we went, medium or...
Now we're running a little low on stock on some things, went at the in store, but I'll get you taken care of for sure.
She needs big. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that because of weight.
Yeah, I understand that. I get it.
So
we got to the point.
So Mr. Free said to me, he said, well, which one? I said, she needs big. So anyway, let's talk about this Star Parker for our audience a little bit. We'll take a break and then we'll come back and do that. Okay.
It's 3 hours of real news, informed opinion, traffic, and weather on the threes. And your calls. Don't miss The Morning Drive with Casey and Elliott. Weekday morning 6 to 9 on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
When your vehicle needs help, Jeff's Automotive Services.
Take a break. Let's see who's here. Hey, Freddie Herman.
Owned by Automotive Service.
How you doing, huh?
Certified.
Let's see what else goes on here.
Jeff services all vehicles, including cars, SUVs, trucks, both medium and light duty, and there are always specials available at Jeff's Automotive Services. Just call 410-682-5700. Jeff's Automotive Services is locally owned and conveniently located in the heart of Essex at 313 Mace Avenue. Jeff's is the winner of the Best Automotive Service Award for 2019 by the Avenue Newspaper's Readers Poll. Jeff's offers 10% discounts to all seniors and active military members and would like to thank our military members for their service. Jeff's Automotive Services has a name you can trust. Remember, call 410-682-5700 for Jeff's Automotive Services.
Are you always apologizing for your dog's behavior? Need help communicating? At K9 Concepts, we can solve your problems. The answer to your problems is a phone call away. Call 410-477-2000 for a free demo evaluation. Call 410-477-2000. Obedience, protection, handicapped assistance, boarding, grooming, puppy preschool. Visit K9Concepts.com. The best for your dog. Call 410-477-2000.
Back to work at that job? The one you realized isn't for you? Well, that's if you're lucky, right? Make your move. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have zero computer experience. Take control of your future now. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Paid for by Bar Justice. Attention. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months? Zantac can treat these cancers: bladder, colorectal, esophageal, intestinal, kidney, liver, ovarian, pancreatic, stomach, testicular, and uterine. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months, call now. Never stop taking medication without first consulting a physician. Call right now for a free consultation. Call 800-379-9550. 800-379-9550.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
Go this way. Look out, baby.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Stay connected with stimulating talk.
And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Pat McDonough here with Valerie McDonough and Mr. Free and Ron Savage, our producer. And Ron and I and Mr. Free attended the Women's Republican Club luncheon. It was a luncheon today with Star Parker, who's really outstanding.
Real nice speaking.
And what did you think of her, Mr. Free?
Okay, so I was a little bit in.
You were outside a little bit.
I was mostly outside. I didn't get a lot of, but the things she said were, like about her mother and about Social Security and how
the government takes control of everything. That was her message.
And she voted. Her mother voted for a Republican the first time because of Social Security. Remember that? Because Bush allowed her to work part-time and collect Social Security.
Yeah. Yeah, because under the Democrats, you got Social Security, but if you worked, the taxes were so high, it's like you were working.
Brother Fred, Richard, James, how you doing?
For being productive.
It's always a penalty for.
We got a couple guests I had invited today.
About the plantation,
it's terrific
mentality and all of that sort of thing. It was very good. A couple of things she said.
And he's going to say hello to you. Say hello to everybody. Thousands of people are here.
The schools are broken.
We were at a wonderful event today.
Families are broken.
And
kids are broken.
11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very nice event. I was glad to be there. And Mrs. Parker, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker, yes.
Oh, she was great.
Star, I tell you, when she started speaking, she hit on all the points that people want to hear.
And she was very funny with it too.
Oh, she was. She really. She tells like the regular person, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, gets up. Some people catch a bus. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do. But man, I'll tell you, she was terrific.
Awesome.
With pitchforks.
There we go.
You know, I mean, these.
See, we always have fun in it. This ain't ending too. We watch. You'll see.
The basic thing is that our grandchildren.
You'll see.
The basic thing is that
also,
if you don't have a school system, or a school system is not functional like Baltimore City, or it's corrupt and run by Black Lives Matter, what good is living in the county?
There's no good living in the county. You're just going to move someplace else and head away from it all.
It's the only thing. I mean, the firefighters are important. The police are important.
And I run everything.
Public works people are important, okay?
Thank you very much.
That's more important than anything.
I'm just glad you came, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is your education system.
You know, the future of the children, that's what's more important.
That is the future of the county.
That's the future of everything, not just the county.
And imagine having only one supermarket to choose from. Imagine having one auto dealership, you know, like one of anything. Like you have that one thing or nothing.
Government
That's
education
exactly
system.
what they have. They have no choice in the matter. They're stuck with failing schools. Like you can't get worse in the absolute epic failure field.
See, that's the problem. The government education system is the largest child abuse system in America because they brainwash them and they don't educate them.
Right.
It's broken and it fails. When I ran for county executive, I promised people, I said, we're going to have the government system and we're going to do the best we can with it and we're going to fix it. But as your county executive, I look at education as education much broader. In other words, the private system, the parochial schools, the academies, the charter schools. As county executive and leader of the county, I got to take care of them too.
WCBM though,
I've got to make them more efficient. I got to make more of them so we have choice in education. And I said at the time, we're going to not only have the Board of Education, we're going to have the County Executives Advisory Board of Education, which will consist of principals and parents from the non-government area of Baltimore County. And the reason I mention that is because now when I see what is happening, we need that now more than ever.
Thank you. Hold on, please.
And that will be, it should be a major issue in the next election, which for Baltimore County Executive and for these school board members.
I'm not Ron Parker.
I want to caution everybody out there. All 7 school board members are up for re-election next year.
Because he knows Ron Savage.
And the radical left has threatened to run an entire team of radicals for those jobs and to have George Soros and other radical money in the millions to back them up. They win a majority of those seats, your education system is gone. So y'all better wake up. Now we're going to promote that, Mr. Free and Valerie, because people need to know that. How the heck can they vote for somebody?
Anything government does, how can it be good? How can it be of good quality? And if you understand the history of education, it was brought about so that we could have good soldiers, right? That wouldn't think for themselves. That wouldn't say, "Why are we going to war against our neighbor?" That wouldn't turn around.
Okay.
And that wouldn't, that would do things that they were told, right? It's just a bad idea. But we can start.
shouldn't have said
we can
what.
start first with if you can get your
You're in
child to
business,
some
man,
school
you-
to another school.
You're like this
people
little
should be
candidate. I
allowed
heard
to
you.
choose.
Sure, they need choice. Choice is important.
Well, see, the reason,
Well, close to the mic.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
so
want
we'll
to
act up and that's
people
how we'll
have
do
those
it.
choices
It's the union.
because-
You're not
Well,
supposed to
no,
do-
it's not only that. They
They
want
wanna
So anyways,
they
what
want
I'm
to
talking about
brainwash
today,
that
go
child.
close to the
That
mic.
child comes home.
What?
You control over that child, and as the child gets older and older, it separates.
He just did that,
from
right?
Well, I'll tell you another solution. And we're going to try
And
that
Pat
in
was like-
County, what we call learning centers.
See, it's always
Liberty
fun.
Academies.
Always fun here. It's
We're
always.
we're going to have Pastor Lewis on in just a second. Maybe at Pastor Lewis's church, or it could be at any building available, an office building. Every weekend, we're going to have 3 hours of education for children and adults, if they want, on patriotic history and civics.
Patriotic history and civics.
It's easy to put together.
Man,
We got to do
Barbara.
it at the local level, Mr. Freed. That's the thing. And that will be helpful if he does that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to get real quickly. I want to some of them.
Yes, yes.
What is her name again? Star Parker.
My God.
She said exceptionalism in America means that we are an exception to the rule. In other nations, if you were born poor, you will die poor. In America, anybody can be born poor, and the opportunity to die wealthy or successful is always there.
Yes.
She also said that in 1960, 20% of the government, people believed 20% of the government was taking care of people. Now 60% of the government, people are being taken care of in some way.
I'll tell you.
The marriage rate dropped from 75% in 1960 to 40%. And she said there is no such thing as social justice, there is just justice. So she said a lot of intelligent things. But anyway, we're going to move along. Mr. Free, thank you, sir, for dropping in and helping us out here. And we're going to go now to someone who always works on, is always involved, always cares about these sort of issues we're talking about. And by the way, Star Parker is a active Christian. She says everything is based on God. So we're going to take our friend Pastor Lewis and bring him on the air. David, good to have you with us.
Well, thank you, sir. And Star Parker is right. I read her writing, and let me tell you this: we are an exceptional people because of the freedoms that God has given us in this country. Now, you open the broadcast by saying, "God bless America" and "God save America." Only God save America. We are going to have to plead the throne of God for His mercy. And Christians are famous for wanting judgment. We know that, but I'll tell you right now, Pat, we don't want God to judge America, because if He judges us, we're going down. What we need instead, what we want, is God's mercy. And God has plenty of mercy to give. But I'll also tell you this, in the case of America today, His mercy is conditional, and it's conditional on us, those of us who claim to be His followers. Let me tell you what God said about people in our predicament. In 2 Chronicles 7:14, He said, "If my people, which are called by my name," that's us Christians, "and the Jews, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways," again, it's incumbent upon us to get it right and stop sinning, "then," He said, "I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and will heal their land." There's the promise. We do our part, He has promised to do His. And we're getting together 2 weeks from today, and we're having a big, big prayer rally at the courthouse in Towson. Saturday the 31st at 12 noon, rain or shine. It's not a political rally. Don't bring your political signs. Come, and you're going to pray with us, and we are going to bombard the throne of grace in heaven above.
Well, if there's one place that needs it, it's Baltimore County along with America. I'm glad you're doing this. We will put it out on the massive Super Citizen Communications Network and make sure we can get people there. We'll talk about it on the radio every week till we get to the 31st, because I think it's a great idea and it's something you've been working on. Now, this is something, Ron and I are driving down York Road today, up around where the fire, what is that called? The firehouse, the museum.
Oh, the fire museum,
The fire museum on York Road. And there are about at least 50 people on both sides of the road waving signs, and I said to Ron, boy, this is a big crowd, might be Trump.
Yeah.
No, it was Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
On York Road on both sides about 11 o'clock this morning.
Right in front of the pepper mill.
90% of them were white.
Oh, yeah.
And they weren't only kids.
No.
No, these are the people from these churches. The pastor has always advocated that we have, and I believe this thoroughly, has always advocated that we have to get our church people together. They don't vote in many cases. We're going to talk about this later in the program about who does not vote. 60% of the NRA members do not vote. Under the church memberships, I don't know what the number is, but it's not good. And the pastor has been fighting to get our conservative, more principled in terms of the eternal truths together to fight to save America. But I read to him last week, I had a flyer, and I think it might have been related to this demonstration today.
I believe it is.
And there were 7 or 8 churches, Catholic churches, well, no Baptist churches, but Methodist churches on that flyer supporting Black Lives Matter. So they're getting their pastors together. We've got to get our people together.
If the rest of us can't wake up for this, I don't know what they're waiting for. Because as you said earlier, this is it. This is it.
Well, right now, during this period of time, our people are being challenged, as you said, and we right now are still, we're losing the battle. People don't like me to say that, but I'm going to tell the truth. I was commissioned by God to tell the truth. And the fact of the matter is that we are losing the battle. Right now, we have the Constitution, we have our freedom, and we are standing to fight. If we do not win this battle, we will be kneeling in chains, and we will not be in a position to stand and fight.
2 minutes.
All right, Pastor. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Same to you, Pat. Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Mary Taylor, who is our education advocate, and she's going to tell us what's happening and what needs to be done. And she's a super citizen, so we'll be right back.
Freeze alerts up for the Panhandle tonight, and we're down to 42 degrees overnight. There's a chill in the air to get us on into the weekend. A little below average here for the top of the weekend.
Right.
High
Be right back.
63, sunshine and low 40s again for tomorrow night. Mid-60s Sunday, low 70s Monday, Tuesday, and nighttime low temps up into the 50s early next week. Coldest night is tonight with some 30s in the Panhandle.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Scott
been a
Laurie
rough
Ward,
day.
the Weather Channel
Enjoy
on
it,
Talk Radio
enjoy it.
680
I'll be right back.
WCB.
Hello, WCBM audience. I have some very good news, and we all need good news. I'm happy and proud to announce that Dr. Ed Laser at Cosmetic and Advanced Dentistry has reopened for business, so you no longer have to put off getting that $1 million smile. Be it veneers, implants, implant retained dentures, whatever it takes to get you looking and feeling at your best, Dr. Laser can make it come true for you. Dr. Laser and his highly trained staff are practicing all federal and local protocols for safety. Physical distancing, hand sanitizing areas, N95 and level 3 masks, face shields, disposable protective coats and caps, air purifiers throughout the office, and cleaning after every appointment are some of the protocols Dr. Laser and his staff are doing to make sure you're safe. It's time to smile again. Get your $1 million smile by calling Dr. Laser at 410-356-7799 or online at cosmeticdentistbaltimore.com. cosmeticdentistbaltimore.com.
Paid for by Bar Justice. Attention. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months? Zantac may be linked to these cancers: bladder, colorectal, esophageal, intestinal, kidney, liver, ovarian, pancreatic, stomach, testicular, and uterine. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months, call now. Never stop taking medication without first consulting a physician. Call right now for a free consultation. Call 800-379-9550. 800-379-9550.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Listen every Sunday from 6:05 to 6:20 a.m. for a broadcast from the internationally known St. Jude Shrine in Baltimore. St. Jude is the patron saint of despair and hopeless cases. Join us in prayer every Sunday from 6:05 to 6:20 a.m. on WCBM.
Wow, this is one of the best crab cakes in town. That's what you will say after having a great crab cake at the Krabby Greek. Krabby Greek is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And here's where it really gets great. The Krabby Greek caters 7 days a week. Just call 410-494-9144 for your catering
The
needs.
Krabby Greek.
There's also a full menu available from the Greek-style octopus to that great crab cake we talked about.
Listen to the commercial.
Plus, there is live entertainment. You can enjoy authentic Greek music in the comfortable outdoor dining room. For more information, call 410-494-9144. Once again, the number is 410-494-9144. Do something special. Check out the Krabby Greek.
Attention all authors.
I want to say congratulations to Bill and Anna on their wedding today. Bill, yes, Bill from the Krabby Greek. Oh man, I tell you, man, if I could be there tonight, God. I mean, that's right, there won't be. But man, just thinking of the party, God, they're great people. They are great people. Congratulations, guys. Boom. Kudos.
Author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs you qualify for.
That's it.
And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Freeze alerts up for the Panhandle tonight, and we're down to 42 degrees.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Our friend Mr. Free has departed. Ron Savage, right? Savage.
Oh, and I'm gonna get you for that. But before any ado, I'm gonna say congratulations to Bill and Anna on their wedding today. That's Bill from the Krabby Greek.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right. Congratulations, Bill.
The Krabby Greek, Bill. Yeah, that's one of our favorite places.
Especially that Greek salad.
He knows what I'm gonna do.
Something in that oil.
It is special. Yeah, it is special. And he's one of our advertisers, and he's a supporter. We thank Bill for that.
And congratulations.
He does. I go back and forth, but watch what I do.
Last as long as my
yeah,
marriage
but you mess around.
lasted,
I'm gonna do one.
And you are as happy.
I've been with him like 3-4 years. It's okay.
And in love.
Remember, I control the microphones, baby.
As me about
Woo!
You know,
No, come on, baby.
I am now
She's fine. Yeah,
when I married Valerie, I was 6'4". I'm now 5'11".
Well, you know what they say: as you get older, you get shorter.
Let me tell you, stress and strain. But anyway.
Well, that causes wrinkles.
Well, I don't have many wrinkles for some reason. My mother.
Well, you're not old enough to have them.
Well, my mother and father know. That's weird. I know we're aliens. I'm not sure what that's all about. I hope I'm never caught. But
uploaded.
That is really great about Bill, because he's a great guy.
Yeah, he really is. He
Yeah, we
really
love
is.
him, and congratulations. All right, now we want to talk with Mary Taylor. Mary Taylor is an education activist. She will tell us all about herself, and she will tell you what she is working on and trying to take care of. She is also a super citizen, and she is. And see, this is what gives me
So this
courage.
is your job. You're the guy that makes
What do you call it?
everything
Travel
happen.
on, to carry on, because I have had people say to me, Pat, why do you do this? You don't have to do it. You don't need to do it. There's no reason.
Would you
We
like to
could be in Sarasota, Florida.
Yes, we could be.
In Siesta Key.
Right, but the fact of the matter is, people then say, people don't care, Pat. They don't care. What happens, happens.
Even though they
They
can't
don't
see the
worry.
screen,
And I
it's
say,
being
well, first of all, I think you might
Okay,
be
you
wrong.
can't see the
There's a
picture.
lot of people like Mary
So
and
what I
others
said
who
earlier
do
was
care.
tape.
Yes,
They take
it was
time
tape.
from their family.
And right now it's going right
I
through the
said it
Cuban
better
streets.
than-
Everybody,
There's one other thing.
I would have said it better than that if I didn't want to be taped.
oh, you're being taped live every
Whether the
satellite.
president wins or he doesn't win, it's
That's
going
you,
to
yeah.
To the,
See it happening
straight
now.
to the cloud.
Because you've seen what's
all
happened in
over.
the past
As a matter of
2 or
fact,
3
we're
or
gonna
4
do
years, 5 years.
We're going to do that right now, and we're going to give a little time here. Like I said, I'll try to get a guest every week on the Savage with the Pat McDonough show. And
So
here they
tell
go.
me, before we go live, well, I guess stay here.
No, because everything's recorded.
Yeah. So what? So okay. What is this? Like, what do you want me to say?
Well, if you have any promotions about your company or about the things you did today, or you just want to put something out there, like a birthday or something like that, and you can go on and say, I just realized I'm live, Mike. You can do that. And you can also know that your witnesses that I'm going to do something very horrible to Pat McDonough. That he
Well,
forgot my
let me
name
know
on
when
purpose.
because I want to get that on video too.
Okay, well, I don't know when it comes yet, but you can stay with me as long as you wish.
Yeah. So. So I am Mr. Free.
Hello, Mary. How are you?
This is one of my designs, Triumph for the Trump family. Right, Chike? Are you in the video? There you go.
Most definitely.
There we go. Triumph. Right?
Triumph.
Oh, and make America great again.
Make America great again. Yeah.
Nigerian-born man. Came over. How old were you when you came over?
Oh man, long time ago. I was 28.
28.
Yeah.
So.
Now I'm in my 50s.
Yeah, 25 years ago or so?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so married to McDONOUGH Faith, and they run WarDeskNews.com, WarDeskNews.com, where they cover mostly Nigeria and Africa, right? They watch the War Desk News is covering terrorism first, right? That's the primary
most
focus.
definitely, because we speak on terrorist attacks that people in Nigeria, people in other African countries, people in Pakistan, people in Afghanistan, they're not allowed to speak for themselves. We become their voice. So, for War Desk News, check us out on WarDeskNews.com.
That's right.
We're going to break up for an announcement right here for a small commercial, and I'm going to walk by and they're going to go right back to our guest.
Okay.
I got an America's Great t-shirt today.
We did. Well, we call that the MAGA again. Make America Great Again. Yeah. So the mic works well from here. They can hear us from this distance.
Wow.
It's a lot different than the studio mic.
Yeah, mine's cool.
Yeah.
Because definitely, as a matter of fact, you keep going on, and I'll show you. Now, of course, being in the business, there's a delay.
Right.
So you keep going, and I'll show you. You'll see yourself.
Okay.
Because you'll see it's
This is gonna be on Facebook.
Yeah, right on my page.
Is it live right now, or what is it?
Okay, now both
You're gonna
together.
edit it?
Now, yes, it is. I'm gonna do the whole thing again. The streets in Cuba. Okay, yes, it's live. Everybody's hearing this right now.
Wow.
And there's a little delay, and you'll see yourself. There's a 1 day delay, so no, it's the same.
Yeah. So by the way, and part of the reason that I'm here today.
See, that's where we're at.
Watching us show the camera.
See, the camera is on.
Yeah. So yeah, here we are. Here we are. There we are. You see it, right? Two people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, how do you like this design, right? Triumph, right?
And we can't wait for November.
November 3rd. That's right. November 3rd. Trump.
Make America great again.
And we got a song. We got a couple songs. One is for Trump called March for Trump. Go to MrFreeUSA.com, MRFreeUSA.com, or go to SoundCloud. Search for Mr. Free USA, and I think you're gonna like it. You know, there's not a lot of new music out there, and that is good, that is quality. But I'm telling you, man,
family music, family song.
And it's a good
freedom song.
Yeah, it's a freedom
And I'd like
song.
to let you guys know that I thank you so much that I'm holding here an original copy of this song. Yes, this came through Jimi Hendrix Studios and also Apple, where the Beatles, Abbey Road, and they asked us to walk on this road. We'll have our picture walking on that road. And
that's the first CD I burned in. I met my wife 4 years ago. I have not burned a CD in 6 or 7 years. That's the first one right there.
This is the first one that's live. Thank you. There'll be a Bigsby's auction in England, I think.
You know what? You say that might be.
I'm gonna Bigsby's auction. I think when.
So what do you think of the song, Ron?
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. It's grabbing. It's not focused for one audience. Like it's a kid's song. I love you, we love Trump. You know, but this was a good song that goes out, and it has the strength of Trump in there. It has the austerity of Trump in there, and it's an eye opener. Wait till you hear it. I'm not.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'm not a spoiler.
It's for marching, right? And the song's about marching. March for Trump. It's got left, right, left, Trump, left. You know, Republican.
That's all we're gonna give you this song, so that you know.
Yeah,
that's it.
For you Africans out there, it's a song for you too. Check it out. It says African, Republican. Check it out. Hey, welcome.
That's true, though.
Yeah.
On the song are two African-born people.
Yes.
Right. Eugene Boycott from Liberia. He's running in the city D12, and then Magna Faith, Nigerian-born.
The operator of World Desk News.
Yep. And then a guy, Monstrous LRX. The Monstrous LRX. He's a guy from Baltimore, a rapper, and then there's me, and can I say this? I'm the only white guy on the song, right? Do we have to be afraid to say things like that?
No. It's very cool.
That's
very
another
cool.
thing that Trump brought us. Like, we can just say things like that would seem like to be racist.
It's
that's
not.
what the
No, it's
Democrats
not.
have so
It's
screwed up.
You know, back in the old days, I mean, I'm growing up. I'll tell you what, I saw Scooby-Doo, and I'll tell you a fact. Scooby-Doo was the only dog on that show, man, okay? And he said, okay, man. And he was with his friend, the Shaggy guy. Of course, there's the deliberation. They were using illegal substances while they were while they were hungry all the time. But the thing is, they had fun. And with that, I give you my guess.
Also, I'm the executive director of African Global Center, African Global Village, whatever you want to call it. And our goal is to bring all the African organizations, all the splinter organizations, bring everybody together so that we can fight these corrupt governments in African countries, especially in Nigeria. This government that's killing people, this government that's taking our money and putting them abroad and doing whatever they want to do with our money. We must fight them to their knees. We can do this. God has given us grace, those of us in the diaspora that are here, and we can show them that we actually have power, more power than those corrupt government people in Nigeria. We will fight them to their knees, but we cannot do it individually. We must come together to get it done. We support everybody, somebody that's running for office, anybody that's going through problems. If you want to start a business with these big governments all over this country, if you're trying to start a business and the government is giving you issues, you come to African Global Center. will walk you through what to do. We have lawyers that are members of African Global Center. You know, they charge you minimally. If you come through us, they will reduce the amount they would usually
We got to bring
charge.
change to the government down there. That's the thing. You want prosperity. If you want people to rise up in income and make people happy, like America was based on happiness, right? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? That's not paying off every single government official that says, okay, we need to get rid of those roadblocks. It's all roadblocks, right? And that's big government. Roadblocks, licensing, permitting, you know, all those things where people can say, you know, you got to pay us off, right? And not only that, but you got to just make sure the government wheels are moving. And when you get rid of that, that is where, you know what? Let's talk about the wall for a second, okay? Kind of changing gears, but it's coming back to the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, if I'm not trying to tell Donald Trump how to do his job, but this is what I would say to Mexico. I'd say, what you need, you got two choices, okay? Number one, you can free your people. Get rid of all this big government that is holding people back from succeeding. Get rid of, you know, all the licensure, all the permitting, all the OSHA regulations. They've got a big, massive government just like we do. That is obviously, if there's no prosperity, the government is holding people down. Okay, get rid of that. Just like Donald Trump's done here. He's gotten rid of over 1,000 regulations and just unleashed 1,000 of the most egregious regulations, and just the economy, prosperity, jobs, everything. He did make America great again, right? Okay, that's what I'd say to Mexico. Do that. You want some help? We'll help you, okay? You do that, your people will not be coming over here to America. Okay, you create prosperity there, you're going to have happy citizens. They'll love you too. You free the people, the leaders of Mexico, they will love you, right? You want to be George Washington of whatever country? It's not that hard. Freedom.
And those of us Africans in the diaspora that are here, if you want to know why we're supporting Trump,
I do have a couple of our elected officials.
Oh my God.
Promised us they would come out and special speakers. I don't know if they're scheduled tonight because you never know if their calendar or their agenda changes.
Things change,
Yes, but I do want to.
I gotta go to the commercial stuff. And you're on again. Hold on. Oh my God.
We are asking for their support. And we are a very constituent, so we will remember who came out.
WCBM is having done a show. Ron Savage speaking.
As I mentioned to you the other day, Mary, Super Citizen is
hi Chris. Kristen, how you doing?
Education.
Okay, let me get you on, and just hold on. You're going to go right after the news.
Because next year they're going to start the elections for the 7 school board openings, which will control education in Baltimore.
You got your hands full,
The hands and everything.
Black Lives Matter people will be running candidates.
It must be
for all
fun
these
for you,
positions.
I love my job. I love my job. And
education
I was in the
dead
radio
in Baltimore County
for a while.
But
how long you been doing
We'll
this?
be talking some
Since a
more.
kid.
And
Since
we've
a
got to
kid.
get the message out. This is one of the messages that's very
Excuse me, we're
important. We've got to tell people about the violence and brutality in the school systems. We've got to tell people about who is having influence on the school board. We've got to talk about, of course, the curriculum, Common Core curriculum. So people like you are the ones that will get all this message out to people. So Mary, we got to break for the news. But thank you so much for calling us. We'll have you on again in the future, okay?
It's like a product
I truly
conversation.
appreciate that. You have a good evening, Pat Valerie. Thanks so much for your time this evening. I really appreciate it.
All right.
So
Thank you very much.
I found the BMI thing.
Stay connected with stimulating talk and breaking news on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Okay, now let's put it into so we can talk and have fun.
WCBM.com.
The billboard, I sent that to you guys. So it's basically 10% on income up to 100,000, 15% on up to 500,000. Anything over 500,000 is 20%. Now this is the billboard chart. Okay, that's the so that's the industry standard. And I sent that to both you and Matt.
The shoe is yours.
Shoe is mine.
Okay, we'll go with the 20.
Well, look it over. It's more in depth than that. You know, it's you know what it says is. You guys look it over. Let me get back. Let me tell you something.
Vice President, Ukraine,
you know, forget that madness now, right?
that your son was on the board for, and now there are emails saying that you should be paid by this. You cannot avoid this question.
I'm very, very, I can tell you that confident.
AMC will run out movie theaters for $99.
And she likes you. She likes you. She likes your spirit. You know, I mean, we talk about you every time we get a chance. And she, for her to do that, you know, she is very confident. You know, if you work with her, you know, you guys going to do. You guys going to do. You know, so, and I've told her, and that's where we are. We're not, money is never going to be an issue. And you know, but I know that you're somebody, you know, from what we've seen, you know, you're somebody that you fair, you work fair, you're very, very fair. You know, so that's the way we know. You know, unfortunately,
this is actually being live streamed.
We should be talking about that. So
we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk later.
I forgot. You know.
Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I've never seen anything like this before.
I have when I was in Portland, Oregon. There was Dr. Kenneth, somebody, I forgot his name. You know, that was the first time I was in a radio studio. And I didn't know it was this many buildings there. I didn't know it was this many rooms. And everybody has a studio. You know, so that's awesome.
By the way, if you're like next time if I'm in there talking, feel free to, you know, you taking videos.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they wanted me to do that or not. You know.
Did you see? I was live streaming them. Most of the time when I was in there.
Okay.
Yeah, right on Facebook. I have like 5 people watching.
Wow.
I mean, you know, people get thousands, but you got to start somewhere.
Of course. Of course.
So we got to really publicize it. Be careful what we're saying, but really publicize this thing.
Like, yeah, starting tomorrow, you know, we need to. I mean, what we did today was that was great. You know, that was the first time bringing it to that number of people. You know, so, and they loved it. They loved it.
I don't think there's anything not to love about this song. You know, happy, upbeat, fast. You know, it's for all those people there. It's for
I could see Miss Sourbrain. You know, she would go.
Yeah, she's like this.
Drop.
Yeah, she's like that. You know.
It was so funny.
And she's 80.
No, she's not 80. She's 77. Yeah, that.
People need to be more careful as the winter months approach.
Oh man, I forgot that. Hey, hello everybody. You know, we're here.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If somebody needed to get something, that's on Facebook. You know what I mean? That'll like always be there until there's no more Facebook. You know what I mean? But I don't think you said anything.
No. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing here to see.
I'm back, Steve.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling wonderful. Happy.
We were having a conversation.
They didn't mean it at all.
We shouldn't have had.
They didn't mean it at all. I'm telling you right now, I'm one of Patrick McDonough's associates. He didn't mean it at all, okay?
He'll break your thumb.
Now go get yourself a pint and take it easy, okay?
Oh. So how long did you have to... What kind of dog?
He didn't mean it at all. I forgot what's left.
What kind of dog?
It's a lab pit, Betsy Bootsy.
So is most everything automatic, and like what is the automatic and what do you do, Ron?
Mike, hi, how you doing, baby? I run everything, make sure it's tight. No dead air, stuff like that. And I'll get them back on.
What is queued up, and what do you have to do?
That's queued up.
So you set everything up?
I set everything up, and everything's about timing. And I make sure, like if there's a guest or something, I let Pat know.
And Ron, did you tell her she can call back at 1:30?
Yeah, I was just going to do that now.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to take these 2 callers, make sure they're on, but I'm not taking any more calls.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the
Okay, now back to the sit-ins.
So how long do you work tonight?
I get off at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
Yes, so you're a producer for all the other shows that
Yes,
are here?
I'm the producer.
From Saturday night to Sunday morning.
Saturday Night Live to Sunday morning.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Not just for Pat, but anybody else.
Yeah, after this comes Tom Moore. I do the show, and then
Tom Moore, the young Tom. How old is
the old Tom Moore?
The old. How old is he?
About 150 years old.
You know what? I know the old Tom Moore.
Yeah.
What does he talk about?
Mr. Tom is a liberal. We'll leave it at that.
Sorry.
Yeah, his brother.
That's the only time my hands shake on the.
How did he get a show?
Oh, they did. It's open to anybody else who wants to do it. And if there's a time slot open, you
can pay for it. Can I give my own show?
Yes.
How much does it cost?
That varies with the topic. Remember, you have to talk to the guys who can. Yeah, like you can get 11 to 12 or 12 to 1.
Are they open?
Just infomercials.
Hey, we're gonna go.
Let's do it.
Something.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Saturday night.
and keep in mind, I'll be the producer and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have fun.
Great, man.
Yeah. I'll be right with you. Like I think, talking about hey, everything and
You want
topics.
some quotes?
Yeah.
You definitely want some quotes.
Wow.
Here we go. Second hour of power, guys. Second hour of power. Pat McDonough show with Valerie, me, Ron Savage, producer, and that's it.
And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Super Citizen Radio with Pat McDonough and Valerie. The radio channel, the radio station, the radio show where we tell you what's going on, we tell you the truth, and we tell you how to defend yourself and what you need to do to stand up and save America. We're going to take a couple of callers, and then I want to put it out there. We're not going to take any more calls. We have Trish coming on at 9:30, Trish Stone, who is another education activist, and she'll tell us about what she's doing.
And also take shows too. So everything you were on
also
tonight,
want to mention, this is very important. Super Citizen has started our events again, and the last event we had was a total sellout. So we're doing another event on October the 29th. I know what you're saying, October the 29th. My God, that's 5 days before the election. Well, that's why it's important, because at this event, we are going to have super pollster Patrick Gonzalez from Gonzalez Polling as our special guest. And he is going to review all of the polls that have been issued that day and up to that time, and he's going to tell us what he thinks the conditions are in the presidential race.
And I think that's going to be the first time it's going to be out. It's going to be mentioned that day.
Yeah, you're going to hear about it because he's an expert. We know that. And he's going to be analyzing all the different polls, and he's going to give you his opinion, his real honest opinion as to how things are based on polls all over the country.
Well, he's world renowned.
Yeah, I got your card.
Yes, he is.
Patrick Gonzalez is one of the best pollsters in the nation.
So, and the most honest.
Yes.
So this is going to be on October the 29th.
What time is that?
It's an evening. It's a dinner, great dinner, great food. It's going to be at 5 o'clock from 5 until 9. And
well, I got a
at
show starting on
Seasoned Mariner.
Excellent. Maybe a week from Wednesday
on the
because
water.
of the Saturday thing.
In Dundalk, yes, and they got a beautiful, beautiful outside deck and a nice place where you can pull your boat up.
There you go. We'll have another show. Pat has a TV show.
Actually, we're on there, Coach.
We're there. Here we put that.
You wanted to,
outside the bubble.
We'll not handle
bring it in, make a big bubble.
Well,
so you couldn't
I couldn't bring mine.
Or a pretzel.
Bring yours.
Bring back kids.
Yeah, the nice weather there. Of course, we're
All right,
COVID.
y'all. See you guys
Yeah,
later.
see you guys later.
You wear your mask until you
Okay,
can.
man, I'm gonna do the elbow.
I'll do the elbow too.
The tables are
Give
separated.
Beth to the elbow. No.
Oh, well, yes. And it's a big restaurant.
Yes.
Oh boy.
It's a beautiful restaurant. I mean,
Now,
it's,
if you're interested, it's also going to be a Trump rally. So in addition to the pollster, it's going to be a Trump
and
rally.
you'll be able to pick up your Trump signs.
Or you're going to get updated information on the Trump campaign. And there may be some Trump people there. And in fact, Trump himself will be there.
Really?
Yes, Trump will be at this event.
Don't touch that, please. Don't touch that, please. Security, security,
security. But it's not Donald Trump. It's Bob Trump, my friend who works at the gas station.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know,
He will be there.
Donald asked me to come see him in Pennsylvania.
I know. I don't know what it is with you. I mean, I don't get invited to anything like I don't exist, and you get these invitations every week. It's like you're a resident of Pennsylvania. Because,
I think I should move up there.
Well, Trump, a lot of Marylanders already have.
Yes,
it.
they are.
But Trump and Pence, they're in Pennsylvania all the time.
Yeah.
And you get
Well,
invited.
Mike's actually coming Monday.
And you always get invited to Virginia. The last 2 times I didn't even want to go. I went the one time, that was enough. I'm not a rally person. I don't like standing around and all of that stuff. It's good to. If you've never heard Pence, Pence is an outstanding speaker. He's a better speaker than Trump in some ways. He's more professional, where Trump's entertaining, I think. I mean, anyway, so this is on the 29th. Now, here's how you get, if you want to do this, you can call our office at 410-238-0025. I'll repeat that in a minute. Or you can go to our website. I think it's going to be put up next week. Am I right about that?
Yes.
So you can go to our website, which is supercitizenusa.com. But just call our office. That's the
And what's the
quickest
phone
one.
number again?
410-238-0025. And I can tell you it's moving quickly.
And what's that date again?
Yes, it is.
What are you trying to be?
No, I just like to go and make sure that
Excellent promo.
that it's October 29th.
Yes.
It's a Wednesday night.
Yes.
And it starts at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Pollster's going to be there. Is Patrick Gonzalez. He's world renowned.
Yes.
He's going to be giving us a lot of information as to what's happening with the polling and President Trump. And there's going to be Trump signs there, and we might have maybe somebody from the Trump camp might be there. And the phone number again is 410-238-0025. How's that? Should I be on television doing commercials?
I don't know why I'm here. Why am I?
Yes.
Why am I here?
I like to talk.
All right, let's talk to Mark. He was the first person to call and see what's on. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay. Mark, good evening.
Yes, good evening, good and colors high. One of the concerns I have about the campaign and election coming up in a little over 2 weeks is that you can't even trust the letter carriers anymore. Because I've heard a lot of cases now that certain letter carriers, postal workers, are now actually cooperating with the other party in an illegal attempt to derange the election by throwing away mail or hiding it somewhere or doing whatever. Now, are there any penalties against these letter carriers? How can we be sure that, first of all, absentee ballots for those voted by absentee gets to the right place if you're going to mail it and not put it in the drop-off box and everything else? What's happening with these letter
Well,
carriers?
it's all very fraudulent. It's all like a suppression of voters' opportunity. It's a terrible idea. And is there any penalty? Yeah, it's a felony. It's a federal felony. If anybody is caught, they can go to federal prison for a long time.
I actually believe they did catch a couple of people.
Something was going on, yeah.
Yeah, it was something with the post office, one of the postal carriers.
And a lot of it is happening. More and more of it's happening. Of course, the media will say nothing is happening.
Well, you know, we knew that there was voter fraud many years ago in the Maryland election.
Yeah, we did an investigation. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for holding on. All right, and here is Laurie in Dundalk, our last caller.
Hi.
Laurie, good evening. Good.
Hi, Laurie.
I resurrected my sign from 2016 since I could get new signs. So I have that hanging from my awning in Dundalk. I called Channel 11, WBAL radio, and one guy does put me on, and he's like, "Aren't you afraid?" I'm like, "No, nobody's going to tell me what to do." So, and then listen to you guys, what's going on. I think it would be great if some of the neighborhoods would be willing to talk to their local preachers and have, since everybody can't always be in the same place at the same time. So why can't, I'm going to see if some of the people around here would like to get their priests or preachers to ask them to bless their individual blocks.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But you have a great church, the Calvary Baptist Church, right down in Dundalk.
Exactly. So we could get intercessory prayer in Dundalk,
Yeah.
different places, and I think Johnny O, since I can't make it up to Towson for that, I'm going to stand on the corner with my sign. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Johnny O, you got to go.
Oh, we have we have the sign.
No, we already have a campaign.
But I'm saying we can't get up to Towson for that.
No, but we have signs available to people called Johnny O Must Go.
And we're not in Towson.
I would be happy to get.
We'll try to get you one. Yeah.
And then I'm also thinking, people just got to get together and come on, people, let's go voting and let's do what we're supposed to do. Because I'm a Trump fan and I'm on board.
All right. Well, you got the right idea, that's for sure. All right. Thank you for holding on, Laurie. All right. Now let's start talking about the message that we delivered this week, and this is the core message. This is the core message of Super Citizen. This is why we were founded. This is what we are all about, and these are our goals. And Super Citizen is all about, people used to say to me, Pat, what's the difference between a citizen and a super citizen? Well, a citizen is a good person who votes in every election, and that's great, and they pay attention. Well, who is a super citizen? A super citizen is someone who votes in every election, they pay attention, they're informed, they run for office, they help the right people who are running for office. They are like Mary Taylor, who we just interviewed. They are people who pay attention, who are going to save this country. They are the freedom fighters of America. That's what a super citizen is. So if you're a regular citizen, we urge you, you're halfway there. You've got to become a super citizen. So what is this all about? What is it based on? Benjamin Franklin, when he was coming out of the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787, there was a large crowd outside. And the crowd was outside because everybody wanted to know what the convention delegates were doing. What kind of government were they going to give us? Were they going to give us a monarchy where George Washington would be king of America? Believe it or not, the American people, the colonists, did not know. So Ben Franklin, who was the oldest member of the delegation and the smartest man in the world at that time, emerged as the first person to lead. And one of the ladies in the crowd approached Franklin, and she asked a very important question. She said, Dr. Franklin, what kind of government have you given us? And Franklin looked her squarely in the eye, and he said, we have given you a republic, which means what we have to do. We don't have a democracy, we have a republic. A republic is when we elect representatives of the people, and we have a constitution that tells the people we elect what they can do and what they can't do. So he then said something that is earth-shaking. That was maybe the most important statement that was ever made in America. And that statement was, we have given you a republic if you can keep it. Now, why did Franklin say that to this lady? Because throughout human history, there had always been attempts in the ancient Roman Empire and the Greek civilization to try to give some power to the people. But it never worked. It never worked. It always changed, and it became power to the powerful. Throughout human history, we have always been governed by all-powerful monarchs and dictators and powerful leaders. So Franklin knew that this constitution they created and this form of government was designed to try to prevent that from happening. But even though they designed it in a very glorious way, they knew human nature. So when he said, if you can keep it, what I want you to think about is the word you. He didn't say, if the Army can keep it. He didn't say, if Rush Limbaugh can keep it. He didn't say, if Fox News can keep it. He said, if you can keep it, meaning you listening to this show, and every you out there, we the people. Now, that is what Super Citizen is all about. We are the you. We are we the people. Our early leaders like Jefferson and Madison and Washington, when they created this government, they said the people will need to be, they all said it, will need to be virtuous, which means to believe in virtues and principles, which we don't see a lot of today.
No.
And they will need to be knowledgeable. Remember at the end of my show I say truth and knowledge guarantees liberty. They need to know what is happening. They need to be informed. And the problem with conservatives and patriots in America today, the ordinary folks, is we are not organized. We are not organized at all. Now, there's something you need to know. We are at war. This is a war status situation in this country. It's not a civil war. It's not that somebody wants to just secede from the country, or they have different ideas, or they're liberals and progressives and they don't agree with us. The first point you need to know, the first lesson you need to know, is that this is a war of conquest. The enemy wants to conquer and destroy America as we know it and turn it into a big government, socialist, oppressive government. And they are very, very close to accomplishing this goal. They know it's a war, and we don't. There are two forces in this country right now.
Yes.
There is the force that wants to blame America, hate America, and destroy America. The other force is the force that wants to defend America, and that is us.
Pat, can you explain the difference between the Destroy America force and the Defend America force?
Yeah, I want to explain that because it's very important, but we need to take a break.
Yes.
We're going to take a break and we're going to come back and we're going to tell you the difference between the two forces and what they control, and in terms of which one is the most powerful, and finally, what would happen if Biden wins and what happens if Trump wins. That's important, but we're going to tell you about the two forces when we come back.
WCBM reaches all types of entrepreneurs, businesses, associations, and specialists. Now is your chance to explain live, by way of your own radio show, exactly how your business or association can benefit the WCBM listener through block time. You control the dialogue. You control the subject matter. You control your own results. This is a great opportunity that WCBM can give to you. For more information, call 410-580-5231. Are you always apologizing for your dog's behavior? Need help communicating? At K9 Concepts, we can solve your problems. The answer to your problems is a phone call away. Call 410-477-2000 for a free demo evaluation. Call 410-477-2000. Obedience, protection, handicapped assistance, boarding, rooming, puppy preschool. Visit K9Concepts.com. The best for your dog.
Yes, Lord.
Call 410-477-2000.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Get ready for
Excellent. Yeah, I'll get
hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information
don't forget about
now.
it.
Find out about the First Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs you qualify for free. Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, when Pat and I go out, come with us.
Don't drive high. If you feel different,
Like I was down today, you know,
brought to you by Nitsa and
Sunday.
the Ad Council.
Trust is a big issue for some people. I'm Sean Casey for the
take food, and it's hard for me sometimes to get places for long hours.
Right.
So, but if you ever want any little things in the neighborhood, but I stand on the corner, I'm just kidding. I stand on the corner for Veterans Day. I was out there for 9/11.
Well, you should go on my page, Lori. That's where it's all at.
I believe in my constitutional rights.
You should go to my page.
I don't know how to get on anything. I'm not on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I got 30
and
seconds.
I don't have to do all this crap on my phone.
All right, honey.
But if he ever, if he gets a hold of, he wants to talk to the preacher from Calvary, I think it would be great, because I think the neighborhoods could use it for a walk.
All right. So I got 30 seconds to go back on the show, but I got your number now, Lori.
I'm sorry.
I got your number now, Lori. So.
All right, take care. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Whoa. From 8 to 10, right here on WCBM. Expert information on the repair of vehicles. Flea Market, giving you a chance to sell your car over the air. Your phone calls and a whole lot more. It's every Saturday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. with plenty of time to talk and figure out what's going wrong with your car. Talk Radio 680 WCBM, the most powerful names in talk.
And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We left you with the idea that there are two forces in America, the Defend America, which is most of us, and the Destroy America. Now, let me tell you how powerful Destroy America is. And you already know this. You've seen it. They control our education system, both K through 12 and higher education. They control the Democrat Party. They control the media. They control our culture, politically correct culture, which is censorship.
Yep.
Now we see they control big tech, Amazon, all of it, Facebook. They control it. They just blanked out the story about the corruption of Joe Biden's family, the Biden crime family. So that's very powerful. Now the question is, the Defend America, what kind of power do we have? Well, we have 340 million people, number one, but they're uninformed and they're not active. And 99% of them don't even know we're at war. They don't even know that their country is being taken over. Now, let me give you a couple points. On a level of 1 to 10, okay, let me tell you how desperate and dangerous this is. On a level of 1 to 10, the Destroy America force is a level 10. They are war ready. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
On a level of 1 to 10, the Defend America force is a 1.
Oh.
It's 10 to 1. That's scary. That's where
scary.
we are. Now, let me give you another thing. People say, well, if Trump wins, it'll be all over. No, let me tell you something. When Donald Trump wins, the war on America will continue full force. They don't care who the president is. You've witnessed that for 3 or 4 years now. You've witnessed it. They will continue to be loud, burn down buildings, accuse Trump. He'll be the only president that's ever been impeached twice. That's how bad it is, okay? So they're not going away. But now here's where it gets really bad, and I want you to think about this. What happens to the war on America if Biden wins? People will say, oh, well, it'll settle down, it'll all go away. No, wrong. They don't care about Biden. But here's what's the difference is. It'll be more quiet, it'll be more secret, it'll be more dangerous, and Biden and the administration will support it. That is what there is going to be no difference. They will continue the war.
Yep.
So here's the point. If you haven't figured it out, we are at the crossroads. We are at the crossroads. We are in the last inning of a 9-inning ball game. And people say, well, President Trump saved us. Here's what President Trump did. In 2016, we were behind 4-0 in the 9th inning. President Trump hit a grand slam home run and tied the game to some extent. But that's all he did. And he's done a lot, don't get me wrong. But you can see this. You see it every night. People say, well, who is this war army that's coming at us? It's CNN.
Yeah.
It's Rachel Maddow. You know, it's Antifa. It's the Washington Post. It's Hollywood. It's all of these people. If under law, if the way they think they were required to wear uniforms, they'd all wear the same uniform. They'd wear that Rachel Maddow black uniform.
Yep.
Like Antifa and Rachel Maddow wear. They're all black.
And they demand you to do it too.
Yeah, well, they would force us.
Well, they'd make a law on it.
But anyway, their religion, they have no religion, but they have one religion that they operate by. And I think you've noticed this. They operate by the big lie.
Yeah.
They cannot communicate or talk unless they lie. Give you an example. Trump said that our soldiers are suckers. Never said it. 35 people who were in the vicinity or could have known testified the president never said it.
That's right.
He said he never said it. But Biden and Kamala keep repeating it. CNN keeps repeating it as if he said it. Because they believe in the big lie. There was a German person back in the 1930s named Adolf Hitler who said, if you tell a lie, tell a big lie, and tell it often because it then becomes the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what they live by. They told the lie about white supremacists. And Trump never denied white supremacists. He did it the day of Charlottesville. I heard him. I've seen the tape. He did it. He said that there were good people there on both sides. He meant the people who live in the community that defend the statues and like them for Confederate history, and the people who live in the community who don't like the statues. He was not referring to white supremacists or Antifa. And it's on tape, it's videoed. And then we have this woman, this Montgomery, who was interviewing him for a so-called town hall meeting. I thought the town hall meeting was about people, citizens, coming in asking him questions, not her debating him. Do you think she would have debated Joe Biden? But the fact of the matter is that she accused him once again, right to his face, of the white supremacist lie. So here's what it comes down to. The question is, what can we do? What can we do? Well, here's the plan. First of all, Fox News is not going to save us. In fact, Rupert Murdoch came out, I understand today, and said that Trump is going to lose by a landslide.
Oh.
Rupert, I think, is 90 years old, and his sons are liberals, and they will inherit the show.
Jeez.
Rush isn't going to save us. Sean Hannity isn't going to save us. They are great prophets. They are great assets.
Yeah.
They teach us, and they inspire us. But they don't work a precinct.
No.
They don't register anybody to vote.
That's right. That's right.
We must save us. I'll go back to Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
He said, you can keep it. So this is the distinction you've got to understand.
Yeah.
Even the president cannot save us. He can help us. He can move us in the right direction. But if we do not save us, we will not be saved. Politicians cannot save us unless we elect the right ones. But once again, it's us making the decisions. Do you know the difference between a politician and a leader? A politician is someone who worries about the next election. A leader is someone who worries about the next generation. And you heard Mary tonight, and I hope Trish will join us soon. Basically, those are leaders. We, me and Valerie, try to be leaders in the sense that we're worried about the next generation.
Yes.
And this generation.
Yes.
Now, elections have consequences. This is the biggest election with the biggest consequences that I remember. And believe me, I have been in a lot of them, including Abraham Lincoln. And I voted for Lincoln, so don't get me wrong. But President Trump demonstrates that elections have consequences. Here's an example. President Trump has given us two gifts. Politicians very seldom give you a gift. A gift is something you don't expect to receive. And when you get it, it's wonderful. Okay, now let me tell you the two gifts that this president has given us. For 40 years, politicians in America, including Democrats and Republicans, had a policy with China called engagement. During that 40 years, they stole our jobs, they stole our secrets, they stole our businesses, they built a tremendous army, and instead of becoming Democrats, they became bigger, better, worse communists. And our politicians didn't help us, they couldn't figure it out, they were basically dumb and dumber. This is the first president that stood up and told the American people, they are bad, they are evil, they are coming after us, we've got to fight back.
Yes.
That is a gift.
That is a gift.
Now, I'm going to tell you how it's a gift. It actually changed the minds of Democrats, not only Republicans.
Yeah.
32% of the people before Trump in this country believed that China was okay. Okay? Or, I'm sorry, I take that back. 32% of the people in this country believed that China was a problem.
Yeah.
Now, 75% of the people in this country believe China is a problem because of the president's gift. The second gift he gave to us, and I think you all will like this one. For all the years I've been in media, and I've had our friends and people call us, and all you folks out there, you've probably felt the same way. We always thought, even when there were only 3 networks, remember with the 3 big network anchors and all of that, we always thought, well, they're all kind of liberal. They lean to the liberal. You know, they're not really, certainly not conservative.
Right.
But they're just liberals. President Trump taught us, this is the gift he gave us. No, they're not just liberal, they are corrupt. They are fake.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, in the past 3 years, I know when you look at CNN or you read the Baltimore Sun, if you even pay attention to it, that you know it is not just liberal, it is corrupt and it is fake, and it's part of the Destroy America movement. They are part of the Destroy America movement. Now, that was a gift that he taught us. That he taught us. Now, here's the problem. We are taking a knife to a gunfight. These guys have guns, and we have knives. They have knowledge. They are relentless. They have George Soros's money. They have Ted Steyer's money. They have Michael Bloomberg's money. They have Zuckerberg and Facebook. They have the billionaires and the big tech guys and the media and the Democrats and the professors and Antifa, all coming at us.
2 minutes, hard break.
Working people and patriots in America, all coming at us. And I'm telling you, we need a tank.
Yeah.
If we're going to go to this gunfight, we need a tank.
Yeah, they're well organized, too.
What is the tank? The tank is Super Citizen.
Yes.
That's the tank. Because that organizes the people, that gives us the firepower, that gives us the education, that gives us the information we need to win this war. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you what that means in total detail, so you'll understand it.
WCBM reaches all types of entrepreneurs, businesses, associations, and specialists. Now is your chance to explain live, by way of your own radio show, exactly how your business or association can benefit the WCBM listener through block time. You control the dialogue. You control the subject matter. You control your own results. This is a great opportunity that WCBM can give to you. For more information, call 410-580-5231.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course. You can't run, or you can't drive high. You can't run, or you can't drive high. Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When your vehicle needs help, Jeff's Automotive Services is the place to go. Your vehicle will be worked on by Automotive Service ASE certified technicians. Jeff services all vehicles, including cars, SUVs, trucks, both medium and light duty, and there are always specials available at Jeff's Automotive Services. Just call 410-682-5700. Jeff's Automotive Services is locally owned, and conveniently located in the heart of Essex at 313 Mace Avenue. Jeff's is the winner of the Best Automotive Service Award for 2019 by the Avenue Newspaper's Readers Poll. Jeff's offers 10% discounts to all seniors and active military members and would like to thank our military members for their service. Jeff's Automotive Services has a name you can trust. Remember, call 410-682-5700 for Jeff's Automotive Services.
Disasters don't stop during a pandemic, and neither does the American Red Cross. That's why we need local volunteers to help carry out our life-saving mission during a busy hurricane season. To safely provide help and hope, we're closely monitoring the COVID pandemic and working with local health officials. Together, we can help our community stay strong. Find out how you can train now to be a volunteer with the American Red Cross. Visit redcross.org. Volunteer today.
Have you ever considered a career in radio ad sales? Today, radio career opportunities include internet, streaming, web analysis, podcasting, event and sewer sales, just to mention a few. Increase your confidence, knowledge, and marketing sales with radio. Don't know anything about ad sales? No worries. If you've got the spark, are a people person, and have the desire to succeed in life, then this is the job for you. Send your resume today to businessmanager@wcbm.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. For more than 100 years, American Human has been helping our best friends in the worst times.
Boy, this is a good show. It's a good show.
Tornadoes and increasingly wildfires. They're real heroes to these animals. But Mother Nature isn't the only danger that animals face. Sometimes it's human nature that's the greatest threat. Each year, more than 6 million beautiful adoptable animals are being abandoned, and more than 1 million are euthanized before they can be rescued. These animals need heroes too. Heroes to open up their hearts and homes and to give them the love they deserve. Be a hero to an animal in need. Consider becoming an American Humane Rescue Volunteer or adopt from your local shelter. Visit AmericanHumane.org to find out how you can be a hero and help our best friends in the worst times.
Ron, can these commercials go?
Again, we're not taking calls at this time, and welcome back to Super Citizen Radio with Pat and Valerie McDonough.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Our guest has joined us, Trish Stone. We're going to join her in just a minute. We're very excited to hear from her. And I want to conclude by telling you what is the program, what is the plan of attack. And here's how it works. A couple of things we need to understand. There is danger of population shifts and voter registration across America. Texas could become a blue state. Georgia could become a blue state. Florida could become a blue state. North Carolina could become a blue state. Virginia is already a blue state, which it was a red state forever. So there's a population voter shifts, very dangerous in America. I know a lady from Texas who visits every Trump rally. She's a very wealthy woman. She takes a big truck with her with tables and everything, and she pays for advance information about voter registration in every state she goes to, and she tries to register Trump voters as they come to rallies. Let me tell you something shocking. She told me half the people that attend Trump rallies are not registered to vote. Whoa, this is scary. Let me tell you another thing. I'm a member of the NRA. Valerie's a member of the NRA. Many of the people who are Second Amendment advocates are not registered to vote. Many Christians are not registered to vote. The radical left is registering to vote. So here's what we need to do. We need to set up what I call super citizen freedom zones for 50,000 people. For example, Dundalk, Perry Hall, they would be super citizen freedom zones.
Yeah.
Now in each one of those freedom zones, we would have a super citizen team. Now here's what the team would do. Listen to this. It's a little long, but listen to this. You have to be organized. We are not organized. That's our greatest flaw. The other side, they save the whales and they burn down buildings, but they're organized.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We need to create a team in each zone of 50,000 people like Dundalk. We need to have an executive board that will lead that team. We need to establish an effective social media and a community outreach organizing program. We need to establish a state political action committee to raise funds so that the team can influence politicians in that zone. We need to establish, and this is the most important one, if you don't do any of the other ones, you got to do this. We need to establish an aggressive voter registration committee. And we need to register every person in that zone. We need to establish a small business contact committee. We need to establish a watchdog committee on state and local government. We need to establish an education committee that will monitor local school issues, board meetings, and curriculum. Now listen to this. This is interesting. You probably never thought about this. We need to establish a Citizens on Patrol public safety committee to patrol the neighborhoods, to prevent crime, and to work with the police.
That's good.
Number 9, we need to create a learning center at a local school or a business office in the community to teach patriotic history and civics on weekends and evenings for young people and any citizen that wants to learn what we are not learning about in our school systems. And finally, we need to establish, number 10, a prayer group.
Oh, yeah.
A weekly prayer group meeting, because without God, none of this will be accomplished, and this country will not survive. But
that's right.
As Jesus said, God's work on earth will truly be our own. This is our work. We are either going to have suicide or salvation in America. And we have to do the job. That is the point I'm trying to make. We have to do the job. We have to have the tools to do the job. And we have to do it at the local level. As I said, the big national conservatives do not register voters.
Right.
They do not have citizens on patrol. They do not watch the local board of education.
Right.
Rush Limbaugh will never talk, ever, about Baltimore County's Board of Education and our children in crisis. He will never talk about that. But he's a great man, and he inspires us. But we, as Benjamin Franklin said, we...
I was about to say that.
We must keep it.
That's right.
We must organize, we must recruit, we must register. So in conclusion, I'll say this to you. You want to get started, you want to try to do something, supercitizenusa.com. PayPal is there, or you can call our phone number at 410-238-0025. Okay, that's the game. That's what it's all about. That is the war. We are at war. They used to say, Uncle Sam wants you, Super Citizen wants you. Now, it's my pleasure to talk with our good friend Trish Stone, another education activist and a Super Citizen. Trish, thank you so much for holding on. We really appreciate it. And we'd like for you to tell us about your organization and what you're fighting for. And I think you also have an event coming up.
Yes, we do. First, I want to say thank you for having me on your show. And to give you a little background, some background, I have 4 kids, 2 with special needs. A group of us parents got together and created a group called Return to Learn Maryland Schools. We are a group of parents advocating for students to go back to school fully with in-teacher instruction, and we follow the science for that. I also started another group, a nationwide group of at least 20 states,
that are leaders of reopen groups around the country. And our first campaign that we have is called Zoom Out 2020 Kids on Strike. It's a nationwide protest to shut down the virtual learning, which is not learning, and bring attention to the youth suicides, the suicidal ideation, depression, and anxiety due to school shutdowns.
Which is huge, and most people don't even know about it.
Yes, we're having a mental illness crisis, and this is something that the media is not reporting.
No, they won't.
I don't hear it anywhere out there.
Because Trish, they're corrupt, and they support the other side.
Yes, they do. There are actual reports out there from Brown University, I believe it was, that, I mean, we know this, but Brown University did a study that we find evidence that politics, far more than science, shape school district decision making.
Oh, yes.
Mass partisanship and teacher union strength best explain how school boards approach reopening. I've been to some of their rallies. I've heard them speak, specifically the unions, and they have no science to back up the fact that they want schools to remain closed. I'm not sure if, maybe the unions are okay with suicide. I can't speak for them, but they're unhinged. They're not following the science, and basically they need to extract the politics out of the issue for COVID.
Well, the politics is really big in COVID, as you're pointing out, but also particularly playing a major role, which is very harmful, in the education system. That's where it's really hurting children and hurting, for example, Baltimore County. It's destroying our school system. And you've, in our conversations that we've had, you've pointed out, and I think a lot of people believe this and agree with it, that a disruption in the chain of education, if a child's education is disrupted just for 1 year, which is huge, it disrupts their entire life. If my daughter is going to school and she's in the 5th grade, I want her to have the best 5th grade education possible.
Yes, of course.
And I shared with you a story I had when I was going into high school, and it was a pretty good high school, City College, which is one of our best high schools, and I loved science when I was young. I mean, I loved, the idea that Sputnik was launched and going to the moon and all. And I wanted to be a scientist in research. I wanted to be a research scientist because I love to do research, but I was very weak in math. And when I got to the key class in high school on math and algebra, the teacher, an elderly woman who was also an alcoholic, was terrible. She destroyed any opportunity I had, and the whole class, it wasn't just me, for learning. So that minor disruption took me out of the realm of going into science and forced me to become a talk show host and annoy all of these people every week.
So basically, what you're saying, and I totally agree, teachers are essential. They are people that can form the rest of your life.
Tom Moore's going to come out. I got to put on the speaker.
They can mold things for you.
I hear him.
Whether you have a good teacher or a bad teacher, or a teacher who wants schools closed or schools open. That can affect kids for the rest of their lives. The Great Barrington Declaration has stated it's a grave injustice to kids to keep schools closed, and that the damage will be irreparable.
It is, and that's what's so sad. I don't think people, to a great degree, Trish, and you and I know this, and people who are super citizens and who are activists, who try to make a difference and try to fight back, it is so difficult to get people out of their stupor. I don't know how else to say it, to get people off of their sofas and to get them away from Oprah. It's not easy, and it's very frustrating. I mean, I've had it for years. Now, a great super citizen is growing tremendously. It's a number of people that are coming on board. And a friend of mine said, well, Pat, people don't care. They don't care. They're not going to worry about it. And I said, well, let me tell you something. When it lands on them, when that bee lands on them and is ready to sting them, they care. They will care. And it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And I think in Baltimore County, Trish, with the school system, I think these parents are already energized. And we just got to organize them and get them on the streets and give them political power. Just like Black Lives Matters has political power with the Board of Education and also with Johnny Olszewski, their king. We've got to demonstrate on our side. Right now, Baltimore County reminds me of the silent majority. A sleeping giant. Bad things are happening in Baltimore County. Trish and Mary and others are active, fighting the battle for education for children, which is the most important battle.
It is.
It's the most. If education is going in your county or your town, what do you have? What is the point in living there?
Right.
Exactly. The children are being kept out of school now, are our leaders in 10 years. You know, what kind of society are we going to have? I mean, I feel like Joe Biden and the unions, they're fundamentally trying to change America.
Yes, they are.
They don't, like the unions for keeping schools closed, they don't know where they're getting their information really. They just believe.
Well, it's the big lie. It's the big lie, Trish. And you know, they should all be arrested for being child abusers.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the Board of Education and this superintendent in Baltimore County, the quiet man, he's the quiet man. He's always hiding. Superintendent White and Crazy Dallas Stance, who I thankfully helped put in jail. But quite frankly, they were always big mouths. You know, this guy, he's hiding. I don't know if he's still alive.
Daryl Williams?
Yes.
The superintendent, yeah. I'm not sure. I've heard a rumor, it's a rumor, that he has said to the unions and already signed them off that schools will not start till the end of January. I've not heard very much from him. My daughter is in Baltimore County school system, and I was told by teachers that I've spoken to on the phone with and administrators of the school and even a PCW. My daughter would be put on the top of the list for the 4 schools that are going to be open for special needs kids in a limited amount. They can't give us how long they're going to be in school. They can't give us how many days. I know that they're going to be going back to school mostly to be sitting at desks and looking at and learning from virtual learning. There's not going to be many teachers in the school, but we're not getting the
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
And we have, I think, 111,000 students in Baltimore County. Is that about right?
I'm not sure.
Baltimore County is the 25th largest school district in the country. We're big. And you're going to open 4 buildings with limited amount of students?
Not much.
That's not opening schools. And when Governor Hogan gets up and speaks, and Dr. Salmon, and says that 16 of the schools out of 24 districts are opening, they're not opening. And several of the school districts that have put out plans for hybrid, maybe 1 day a week, they're backpedaling on it. They're like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to wait a couple more weeks.
Yes, they'll blow it off.
Or we're only going to bring in 1st and 2nd grade now, not high schools.
Trish, I'm sorry to cut you short a little bit here, but we are up against the news, and we're actually going to go off. But we'll have you on again. We are going to make education, children in crisis in Baltimore County, a major issue, and we will work with you, and we will help you in every way we can. And we want to thank you for your good work. Trish Stone, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So anyway, that's it. We hope we've helped you tonight. We hope we've informed you. We hope that our super citizens have helped you out. We want to thank Ron Parker, our producer. I'm sorry, Ron Savage.
Thank you, Pat Sajak.
Payback time. All right. And Valerie McDonough, we want to thank you.
Oh, am I here?
Yes, you're here. And always remember, truth and knowledge guarantee liberty. Keep the faith, keep punching. Say good night, Valerie.
Good night, everybody.
Stay connected with stimulating talk and breaking news on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Baltimore, and WCBM.com.
It will come down to the wire. I'm Richard Jordan, Fox News. President Trump in Wisconsin and Michigan reassuring voters that he will win the election and protect law and order. He said he's not concerned that former President Barack Obama will start campaigning for Joe Biden on Wednesday.
Obama wouldn't even endorse him.
Yes.
They ran together, they were together. Yes. And then even after he won, I didn't think Obama took so long, right? And now I heard today they said,
thank you, sir.
Well, we have a little problem. Obama's going to campaign for him. I said, well, that's good news. He campaigned harder than Hillary Clinton did for Hillary.
Biden will be in Durham, North Carolina Sunday. Various women's groups marching in cities across the country.
What we saw here in New York, the organization, they marched from Washington Square Park to the Stock Exchange. They're honoring the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but they're also standing against Donald Trump and the rhetoric of the administration. Some organizers say that they believe this election is less about politics and more about humanity. Women's March Chicago meeting in person, but also virtually as well. It's called Count on Us. It's a demand for democracy, for more people to vote, and to protect the rights already given by the High Court.
Fox's Alex Hogan, one group gathered at the Supreme Court to call for women's groups to support Supreme Court nominee